What is failure? Today, let us talk about failure. Many people are afraid of failure. They feel scared, sad, or even ashamed when they fail. It is normal to feel this way. Nobody likes to make mistakes or feel that they cannot succeed. But what is failure really? Failure is not the end. Failure is just a part of life. Everyone fails at some point. Students, teachers, athletes, and even famous leaders. Failing does not mean you are bad or useless. It means you are trying. It means you are learning. Sometimes when we fail, we feel like hiding. We may think, I am not good enough, or I will never succeed. These thoughts are normal, but they are not true. Failure is a signal. It tells you that something needs improvement. It is a teacher that shows you how to grow. Think about it this way. Imagine learning to ride a bicycle. The first time you try, you may fall many times. You may get hurt or feel frustrated. But each fall teaches you something. You learn how to balance. You learn how to move your legs correctly. You learn how to control the handle. Each small failure is helping you succeed next time. Failure can feel unpleasant, but it is necessary. Without failure, we cannot learn, improve, or achieve big goals. Fear of failure stops many people from trying. But if we change the way we see failure, it can become a friend rather than an enemy. So today, remember this: failure is not the end. It is a beginning. It is a chance to learn, to grow, and to become better. Feeling scared or sad is normal, but do not let it stop you. Every small failure is a step toward success. Failure is not your enemy. Many people think that failure is bad. They feel sad, disappointed, or afraid when they fail. But the truth is, failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Failure helps you learn, improve, and grow. When you fail, you have a chance to understand what went wrong. You can ask yourself, what can I do better next time? Each mistake shows you the path to success. If you never fail, you will never learn new things. If you are afraid of failure, you may never try at all. Think about a student learning English. The first time they try to speak, they may make many mistakes. Maybe they say the wrong word or use the wrong grammar. At first, this feels embarrassing, but every mistake teaches them something. They remember the correct word, the right sentence, and the next time they speak better. Failure helped them learn. Even famous people fail many times. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. Each failure taught him something new. Each mistake brought him closer to success. If Edison had been afraid of failure, the light bulb might never have been invented. So failure is not a problem. It is an opportunity. It is a chance to grow stronger, smarter, and better. When you face failure, do not be afraid. Do not feel weak. Instead, think, I am learning, I am improving. This is helping me reach my goal. Remember, every failure has a lesson. Every mistake is a step forward. Failure is your friend, not your enemy. It shows the way to success, if you are willing to learn and try again. Simple example. Let us look at a simple example. Cooking for the first time. Imagine you are trying to make an omelet. You follow the instructions, mix the eggs, and heat the pan. But when you taste it, it is salty. Or maybe it is too soft or too hard. It does not look like the pictures you saw. You may feel disappointed or frustrated. At first, mistakes like this are normal. Nobody becomes perfect immediately. Everyone has to start somewhere. Even professional chefs made their first omelet, and it probably did not taste perfect. The important thing is not the result, but the process. You are learning by doing. When you cook again, you remember what went wrong. Maybe you add less salt, or you cook it for a shorter time. The omelet begins to look better, taste better, and you feel more confident. Each small error teaches you something. You adjust, improve, and try again. This idea works for everything in life, not just cooking. Learning a language, playing a sport, or drawing a picture all start with mistakes. The first attempt may feel strange or uncomfortable. You may fail. You may even want to give up. But with practice and patience, your skills grow. Think about a child learning to write. The first letters are often shaky and uneven. The words are messy. But with time, practice, and correction, the handwriting becomes neat. Each attempt, each mistake, helps the child improve. So the next time you try something new, do not worry about failing. Mistakes are natural. They are signs that you are moving forward. Every small error brings knowledge. Every failed attempt makes the next try easier. Remember, improvement comes step by step, and each try is a step closer to success. Learning from mistake. Making mistakes is part of learning. Every time something goes wrong, it gives you information about what to change. Mistakes are not signs of failure. They are clues for improvement. Imagine writing an essay in English. The first draft may have many spelling or grammar errors. Some sentences may not make sense. You may feel frustrated or think you cannot write well. But these errors show you exactly what to focus on next. You can check your mistakes, correct them, and try again. The second draft becomes better because you learned from the first. This is how progress works in all areas. When you play a game for the first time, you may lose. You notice strategies that do not work. The next time, you try a different way. Each mistake teaches you what to avoid and what to do differently. Even famous writers rewrite their work many times. Each revision contains corrections from earlier drafts. They do not give up after the first attempt. They use mistakes as stepping stones. Learning from mistakes also builds patience and resilience. You understand that success does not come immediately. It comes after careful observation and repeated effort. Every error gives insight. Every attempt creates experience. Do not ignore mistakes or feel ashamed of them. Treat them as lessons. Ask yourself, what can I do differently? How can I improve? When you reflect on what went wrong and make changes, the results are better the next time. Improvement happens gradually. Small changes add up. Each corrected mistake brings confidence. Step by step, your skills grow. The more you analyze and learn, the stronger you become. Remember, mistakes are teachers in disguise. They guide you toward success. If you pay attention and keep trying. Real example. Real-life examples show us how failure can lead to success. Abraham Lincoln is one of the best examples. He faced many challenges and experienced failure throughout his life. Before becoming President of the United States, Lincoln tried different jobs and careers. He lost several elections, People often did not support him. At times, he struggled with money and had business failures. Many would feel defeated after so many setbacks. But Lincoln did not quit. He continued to work hard and learn from every mistake. Each loss taught him something important. He observed what went wrong, thought carefully, and improved his approach. His failures gave him experience and knowledge. Lincoln also faced personal difficulties. He lost loved ones and struggled with sadness. Despite these hardships, he stayed focused on his goals. He did not let fear or disappointment stop him. Every time he failed, he gained more understanding and became stronger. Eventually, all his efforts paid off. Lincoln became one of the greatest presidents in history. He led the country through very difficult times, made important decisions, and inspired millions. His story shows that failure is temporary, but giving up is permanent. Lincoln's life teaches an important lesson. Mistakes, losses, and setbacks are part of the journey. They do not define you. How you respond to them does. Each failure can help you grow, if you keep trying and learn from it. So when you face difficulties, think of Lincoln. Remember that even great leaders failed many times. Before succeeding, your failures can also become lessons that guide you toward your goals. Keep moving forward because every step, even after a fall, brings you closer to success. Never giving up. Persistence is one of the most important qualities for success. Abraham Lincoln's life shows that. Not giving up can change everything, even after facing failures in elections and business. He continued to pursue his goals with determination. Many people quit when things become difficult. They feel it is too hard, or they think they are not capable. But success rarely comes to those who stop trying. Lincoln kept working, learning from every mistake, and improving his skills. Every challenge became an opportunity to grow. Not giving up also requires patience. Lincoln's victories did not come quickly. He spent years preparing, studying, and understanding the problems around him. Each setback taught him lessons he could use next time. By staying committed, he slowly moved closer to his dreams, step by step. His journey reminds us that failure is not a reason to quit. It is a signal to try differently and keep moving forward. Every effort counts, even if the results are not immediate. Over time, persistence builds confidence, knowledge, and strength. Lincoln's story encourages us to stay focused on our goals. If your path seems difficult, if people doubt you, or if you face repeated setbacks, remember that success is possible when you continue despite challenges. Every small effort adds up. Every attempt matters. No matter what your dream is, learning English, improving at a skill, or achieving a career goal, never give up. Keep trying, adjusting, and learning from mistakes. Success often comes to those who refuse to quit. Persistence turns failures into lessons, struggles into strength, and dreams into reality. Like Lincoln, your determination can take you further than you ever imagined. Never stop moving forward because one day, your hard work will pay off. Reflection. Reflection helps us understand the value of failure. Imagine if Abraham Lincoln had given up after his first failure. The world would have lost one of its most important leaders. His perseverance changed history, but it only happened because he chose to keep going. Every failure gives us a chance to pause and think. When something goes wrong, it is useful to ask, "What did I learn from this?" Or "How can I do better next time?" Reflection turns mistakes into lessons. It helps us improve faster and make wiser decisions in the future. Think about your own life. Maybe you failed an exam, forgot new English words, or struggled to complete a project. These moments are not the end. They are opportunities to understand what went wrong and prepare for the next attempt. Reflection allows you to see progress that might not be obvious at first. Even small failures can teach big lessons. Missing a bus teaches planning. Losing a game teaches strategy. Forgetting a word teaches practice. When you reflect on these experiences, you realize that each mistake has value. It is helping you grow without you even noticing. Reflection also builds confidence. When you review what happened and see that you are improving, fear and doubt start to fade. You understand that failure is temporary and that your actions matter more than the result. So take a moment after each setback to think. Ask yourself what you learned and what you can do differently next time. Every failure becomes meaningful when you reflect. Every challenge becomes a teacher when you pay attention. Remember, the lessons you learn from reflection are as important as success itself. They guide your future steps and shape your journey toward your goals. Personal application. Failures happen to everyone. You might get a low score on a test, or forget important words while speaking English. These moments can feel frustrating, but they do not define your abilities. Instead of saying, "I cannot do this," try saying, "I am learning." This small change in thinking can make a big difference. Each mistake gives you important information. For example, if you forget a word, it shows you need to practice that word more. If you make a grammar mistake, it tells you which rule to study again. Paying attention to these signals helps you improve faster. Using failure as feedback also reduces fear. When you realize that mistakes are part of learning, you can try new things without worry. You can speak English, write sentences, or answer questions even if you make errors. Every attempt brings you closer to success. You can also set small goals to turn failure into progress. For instance, if you miss 10 English words in a test, practice those words daily. Review your notes, repeat sentences aloud, or write short paragraphs using new words. Gradually, you will notice improvement, and your confidence will grow. Personal application means taking responsibility for your learning. Do not wait for someone else to correct you. Observe, adjust, and try again. Every step counts, even small ones. Consistent effort after a setback builds skill and strength. Remember, failure is not punishment. It is guidance. Each mistake shows a path to improvement. By using what you learn from failures, you grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. Life and learning are not about perfection. They are about progress. So the next time something goes wrong, say, "This is a lesson. I will do better next time." Every failure is an opportunity, and your choice to act on it shapes your future. Conclusion: failure is not a sign that you are weak. It is proof that you are taking action and attempting something meaningful. Every time you try and do not succeed, you are gaining experience. You are learning what works and what does not. This knowledge is valuable and cannot be gained without effort. Trying itself is a powerful act. When you make an attempt, you are moving forward, even if the result is not perfect. People who never try remain in the same place, never learning, never improving. In contrast, those who face challenges and continue to act, even after failing, gradually grow stronger and more capable. Think about life as climbing a staircase. Each mistake is like a small step. Even if you stumble or fall, you are still moving upward. Every fall teaches balance, patience, and resilience. Without falling, you cannot reach higher levels of skill or understanding. Failure also builds character. It teaches humility and determination. It reminds you that success is earned, not given. Each setback encourages reflection, planning, and adjustment. These lessons shape not only your skills, but also your mindset, helping you handle future challenges more effectively. No one becomes successful by avoiding mistakes. Success comes to those who continue to try, who embrace learning, and who use every setback as a stepping stone. Each failure provides an opportunity to improve, to experiment, and to discover new ways to achieve goals. Remember this: falling does not mean the journey is over. Every attempt, even if it seems like a loss, brings you closer to your dreams. Growth happens gradually, through repeated effort and persistence. So keep trying, stay motivated, and view failures as tools. Every step, every challenge, every error is moving you forward. With dedication, patience, and courage, you can turn failures into victories and create the life you want.